let's review how to balance a couple reactions. Some key things to remember: the number of atoms on the left side of the arrow, or in other words, the number of atoms in the reactants side, must always be equal to the number of atoms on the product side. And you may not change subscripts, you can only change coefficients, unless of course a subscript was written incorrectly. So let's get started with the top equation. A couple things that I noticed right away. One is there's a polyatomic ion here and here. Now if you can't remember your polyatomic ions, that's going to be a problem, because those are going to come into play a lot more for writing out the results of single and double displacement reactions. You're going to need to have those charges memorized. So one thing I note is that the phosphate appears like it stayed exactly the same, and there's no other PO4s anywhere else. So I'm going to say I'm going to keep those together. Okay, so I'm going to start with those. There are 2 phosphates on the right side, and there's only 1 here. So I'm going to add a 2 there. I also notice that there's 3 zincs on the right side. There's only 1 there, so I'm going to add a 3 in front there. Now let's check on our hydrogens on the left side. 3 OH2s, that makes 6 hydrogens here, plus another 6. That's 12 hydrogens on the left side, so that means I'm going to need a 6 here to make it 12 on the right side. How many oxygens that aren't involved in the phosphate? There are 6 there, 3 O2s there, that makes 6. So now this is balanced. Coefficients are 3, 2, 1, and 6. Second reaction, I like these. There's only carbons, hydrogens, and oxygens, and that is the exact order to balance them in. The CHO method, C-H-O. 10 carbons on the left, let's put 10 carbons on the right. 22 hydrogens on the left, let's make it 22 hydrogens on the right. Now I've got 31 oxygens on the right side. Uh-oh, this is a problem. It's an even number. So temporarily I'm going to use a decimal. Half of 31 is 15.5. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'll put a 1 out front. If I multiply all of the coefficients by 2, I'll have even numbers now that work. So I'm going to have 2, not even number here, but no decimals. 2, 31, 20, 22. So that is the final answer. Those are the correct coefficients.